I love Scott. I mean, his interview he did about the percentage of the chance of you winning, and he broke it down to percentages. I don't know where he came up with that, but it's one of the greatest interviews I ever heard. It was three people in the match. And so it got down to the part that the percentage of them beating him was like less than 1%. That's when he ended up with it. But it was a great interview. You remember that interview?
I remember it very vividly. It's astonishing, and I think someone actually worked it out. And somehow, even though the logic is ridiculous, the numbers actually somehow add up correctly.
Yeah, it was. I told him, I said, "Where did you get that?" He said, "Oh, I come up with it in my car going something." That's where most great interviews come to wrestlers back in the day, was in the car, because they spent so much time behind the wheel or riding. That's where their ideas would come from.
Just because we brought up Scott, and why not talk about it a bit? You hear these horror stories by the end of WCW. You know, he was attacking DDP and he was on roid rage and that kind of thing. But by TNA, I hear that he just completely mellowed out and he was really easy to deal with.
No.
Oh,
no, to me, he was.
Right.
Because Scott liked me. See, a lot of all this stuff you hear about people, it's according to who they're dealing with too. Scott was always very, very respectful of me, because I helped him out when he first broke in and had some of his earliest matches. And so, I never got on to him about anything. I would just give him suggestions or advice. I didn't holler at him or because I never holler at people anyway. I've seen guys holler at other guys, "Why did you do this, you stupid bastard, blah, blah, blah." And I've told several guys, I said, "Don't do that." They said, "Well, he screwed up." I said, "He may have screwed up, but he didn't do it on purpose. He did it because he doesn't know." Now, your job is to kind of teach him what not to do next time. But by screaming at him, you put that wall there. Now he may be a little bit scared of you. So I never, not that I would holler at Scott Steiner anyway, because if he got mad at me, then I'd have to run. But he respected me. But it's according to if he likes you or not. It's according to how he's going to act around you. But he was always great to me, and he was great at Ring of King. And anytime I've ever been around him. Oh, you asked me earlier an injury I had. It was from the Steiners.
Okay.
They gave me that clothesline off the top rope, which is not bad. It's when you land. And I landed, and oh my God, it almost killed me. And it wasn't them, because that was kind of the easiest part of it. But it was, when the way I landed, the siding is just all in positioning. So I had to be helped out of the ring.
God. When you say you had some of his earliest matches, are you talking in WCW or in the territory prior?
No, Memphis. See, that's what Memphis used to be. It used to be kind of a developmental territory, because that's when guys would go, because guys could get booked there, and they would kind of learn what to do, what not to do for 6 months. Stone Cold started there, kind of that in Texas. Undertaker started there. Shawn Michaels kind of started there. The Rock and Roll Express, because they were already in the business anyway, but they kind of got their stuff together there. The Fantastics, Sid started there. A lot of guys started there. So, but then when Vince started and he killed all the little territories off, then guess what? Where are these guys going to learn?
Mm-hmm.
Where am I going to get talent? So then that's when he came up with his own like little experimental, developmental places. Like Memphis was one, Georgia was one before they took it to Florida. But I mean, he killed his own minor leagues off. So where's he going to get talent? And that didn't occur to him to after like a year that he'd run all the territories out of business. Now, where's this talent going to come from?